Is this Thor?
Yes, God of Thunder, Thor, how are we doing? Yes, what can I do for you?
Hi, this is Matt Besser. I'm calling from a podcast, improv4humans.
Wait, Matt who?
Matt Besser. I'm on a podcast called Improv4Humans. It's a part of Earwolf, which is a part of Scripps, which is a part of Stark Industries.
I have no idea what any of those words are. I'm very busy at the moment. Goodbye.
All right.
Hello, Thor, God of Thunder.
Yes, this is Matt Besser again. I'm just going to keep calling back. I have your number, and I'll put it out on Twitter if you don't answer my questions.
Social media has been terrible for me in the past year or so. I don't. Please, what are you calling about? I'll take your phone.
Well, I'm calling about what everybody's talking about when 50% of the universe was erased.
Yes.
Well, I got a lot of questions about that. First off, do you feel any responsibility for that?
I'm assuming what you're referencing, of course, is the fact that I had Stormcatcher and I could have thrown it and taken off Thanos' head, thereby killing him, thereby preventing the snap. Is that what you're referencing?
Well, yeah, I mean, what else? And also that you kind of hyped up your hammer and how important a new hammer was to you.
Well, it's to be fair, it's an axe. It's not a hammer anymore. The hammer was destroyed by my sister Hela.
Sorry. It didn't work, so it's not like people should remember it. So I guess your axe.
Ouch! You are the one with the word axe today.
Well, I'm just saying it didn't work, so it doesn't go down in legend as working. It only goes down in legend or failing. It goes down anyway. Okay. So you hyped it up that a lot of energy was apparently spent, and ultimately taxpayers' money spent.
Yes, I used taxpayers' money to go with my friends Tree and Rabbit to go see the little giant little person guy, make a whole new.
Okay, you're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
But I've actually been interviewing humans, if you care about human opinions, but
very much so.
Well, one human pointed out to me, because he said that you guys owe humans, and I said, why? Humans don't pay the Avengers or Thor or anybody. And he said, well, we pay for all the collateral damage that you guys cause when you're supposedly helping us. Like every time you guys have a fight, you're tearing down buildings, using people's cars to hit people with.
Yeah, well, a car, look, to be absolutely fair, a car is a fantastic way to take someone out. They're heavy. There's a lot of weight to it, and when you're taking out some sort of alien being that is attacking Earth, what better thing to use than a car?
Right, but someone owns that car, and then you go up against some insurance claim where it's not covered against it being used as a weapon, and then that person's out of car. My cousin, he
are they alive? You're welcome, Thor.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about taxpayers' money. My cousin, who works on a street building, he builds repaved streets. He had just repaved a street that you, with your axe, a week after you had it, or they had built the street, you ruined the street. And the way people said it was just like a dramatic move, like a threatening move, like look what this can do, and you just ruin the street to try to intimidate an enemy.
Yeah.
Like 12 people worked on just that block for 3 months, and you ruin it in a single vein sweep of your whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't see what the problem is with anything that you've just said. I mean, if I'm going to be a powerful being, I'm able to express and show all of my power at all times, and that part of that will entail displays of the power that I have. I mean, if we're going to defeat Thanos and bring everyone who I had friends of mine die right in front of my face. Do you understand that?
Yes, everybody. That's another thing. Everybody, the gods seem to think because all the media, focused on the heroes that disappeared. Well, 50% of the universe disappeared. You saying, do you know what that's like? Of course I know what it's like. I was in the middle.
You know what it's like to have one of your lifelong friends just disappear in front. Well, not lifelong, someone who you've known for a couple years during big, huge battles, and just see them disappear right in front of your face. That's the pain that I'm dealing with every day. I had the earwolf, the people who do the marketing for my show, the entire staff of marketing for my show turned into dust and disappeared. So imagine that. Imagine they're right about to start a campaign to help my podcast, and then all of a sudden we were in a meeting where they were all telling me what they were going to start doing to promote my show, and they all turned to dust before they could even tell me. Okay, if I knew what a podcast was,
you're on it.
I would maybe have some sympathy for you, but I'm too busy trying to figure out some way to reverse the snap and do right by what. Look, I'll take some responsibility. Yes, I probably should have thrown my axe straight at Thanos' head and chopped it clean off. But I wanted to see him. I wanted to see his face as he died, because I wanted to get revenge for him for destroying all of Asgard. I mean, what was remaining of my planet of Asgard was on a spaceship, and then that ship was destroyed and cut in half by Thanos, and I wanted to see him die. I wanted to see his face. I feel like that's pretty justifiable reasons why I didn't just kill him outright.
Yeah, you're talking about your planet, which doesn't exist anymore, and meanwhile, I mean, what?
My planet does not exist anymore, no.
I know. So it's like, we're talking about the here and now, and you're using, once again, taxpayer money from Earth goes to the Avengers.
I do believe that there is no tax dollars being spent by Asgardians. Why would Asgardians be spending Earth tax dollars? We have our own tax bracket.
Well, you don't even exist. You're getting nothing. Okay, let's get off that point. Okay. Now, it's been said by the Avengers every time one of you guys gets interviewed, because lately, that you're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And every one of you says it, and like, yeah, you say it like, what does that mean?
It's just that, when it comes to, defeating us, bringing everyone back, we are willing to do whatever it takes.
Why did you pause like that? What does that even mean? That doesn't explain it. Like, what? I was interviewing humans who said, we kind of assume the heroes were always doing whatever it takes. Like, what does that mean?
Oh, well, I mean, look, when you're doing some smaller battles, like, you're not going to get full Thor when, I'm just taking on, a couple of small infantry units or something. Why would I give all? Why would I give it all? Because I need to be able to save it.
You're saying it's like the Warriors early in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they're not going to flip the switch to the fourth quarter unless they really need to.
It's like playoff Draymond Green, exactly. Like, he's definitely taking some nights off, but when you need him at the most, he's saved all that energy to defend whoever the Eastern Conference is going to put forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever.
The Greek Freak.
Yes. The Greek Freak. Yes, the Greek Freak.
Who do you miss most of the Avengers who turned to dust? Groot, Spider-Man, Bucky, Black Panther, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Nick Fury.
Never formally met this Black Panther. I came to Wakanda and fought there, but I was not in that the one battle that was at the airport that some people call the Civil War, I was not in that. So never met the Black Panther or this Spider-Man, because he was not on Earth when he disappeared. Tony told me of him when he recounted all that happened on Titan. So, who is I don't want to single anyone out, but probably Groot, I guess, because he's the one closest to me, I believe.
What did you think of Vision in the Mind Stone? Don't you think he could have found a way to hide?
Yeah, it's very odd how he was able to turn himself into almost full human form. And then when he needed to hide, he was unable to do that again. He was always just walking around as Vision, which is very obvious. He's got red and green skin. Told that he could turn himself into like a blonde man with human skin. Why would you not just do that? Put a hood on, grow a beard.
Right. You don't even have to have special powers. You could get like a really nice makeup artist, high-end makeup artist to do him up right.
He could just disappear, get like a fishing lodge outside of, Banff, Canada, whatever.
Yeah, I think a lot of humans think the vanity and ego of a lot of you so-called heroes gets in the way of the actual mention. Well, I say so-called because, let's just be real. 50% of the universe disappeared. It's like, nice job, guys.
True. Look, again, we are doing everything that we can on our behalf to try to right what has been wronged. And I know that there are multiple theories out there on the internet that exist as to what we can do, and no, Ant-Man is not going to fly up Thanos' butt, okay? Just take that off the table.
I haven't heard that, but okay.
You haven't heard the actual internet rumor that it was started by, I believe it's some publication called The Onion, that you can actually Google, that actually gained traction online, where people were saying that Ant-Man should just fly up Thanos'.
Wait. You're on like Twitter and The Onion, but you don't know what a podcast is? Like they have Podmas on The Onion.
Well, it's because I only listen to Spotify, so I don't have time to listen to people talking. I'm trying to right wrongs. God damn it. But
do you ever actually buy music, or do you only listen to music on Spotify lists?
No, I don't. Why would I want to bother myself with full albums of music when Spotify for just $9.99 a month gets access to thousands upon thousands of libraries of music, and really, 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 quite frankly, well curated playlists as well.
It sounds like in a lot of your interviews you mentioned Spotify. Are you sponsoring? Are you a sponsor of theirs?
Well,
a spokesperson?
I'm not formally allowed to say. However, I would like to announce that moving forward on I have sold corporate sponsorship on my uniform. So when we take on Thanos, which is coming up very soon, I will be wearing there will be a huge Spotify logo on my suit, which was very lucrative for me. All
right. Well, I appreciate this, Thor. I feel like I didn't get an answer like whatever it takes really means, but
it means, look, whatever it takes, it's like when there is a problem in front of you and you have to solve that problem.
Would you hit Thanos with a baby? Would you take a baby from a mother's arms and like if somehow you guys found out that if you throw a baby into his mouth, it'll end it?
That would be whatever it takes. Hey, whatever it takes.
So you would do that?
If killing Thanos and bringing everyone back required me throwing a live baby into his mouth, I would say, huddle up, because we're about to go long.
But wait a minute. I feel like I've heard a lot of stories about you guys where you won't even sacrifice each other. But you would take some babe. You're like, no, we won't do that. We'll fight in some other way. But now you'll take some innocent baby and throw it in his mouth.
I think we made it abundantly clear when we were fighting Ultron in Sokovia. Again, a battle that I was not at, but I heard all about it. Where there was an entire city was lifted up off the ground. We were willing to let that drop and fall on people, so I'm pretty sure that we are whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
All right, whatever it takes. Okay, well, good luck in your ENDGAME, which I also thought was a little pretentious.
Well, we are in the ENDGAME now, which Tony told me that someone named Doctor Strange, or whatever the fuck that is, and he said that we are in the ENDGAME now, so I believe that we are in the ENDGAME.
Okay, I guess we're in the ENDGAME. And if this is successful and you ever have time to relax with a comedy podcast, and once again, Improv for Humans is a part of the Earwolf Network, which is a part of Scripps, which is a part of Stark Industries. So
we'll see. I mean, if we successfully turn back time, we might create a whole new timeline. And so the world that we know right now may no longer exist because we've changed the past. And so in which case, due to the butterfly effect, podcasts may not exist also. So also be prepared for that as well.
Really?
Well, I mean...
I don't know if that's worth getting 50% back.
Time is linear. So it's very possible that after we correct the snap by going, which we're probably going to have to go back in time, as internet people have theorized, that we'll create a new timeline, butterfly effect, and blah, blah, blah. Podcasts might not exist.
Hey, that's the kind of thing that I feel like you guys should run past the human race, because that's a choice we should probably make.
Whatever it takes.
I'm really not liking this whatever it takes now. It seems like what it means is despite what normal humans might want.
Yeah, well, when you're trying to defeat someone, whatever it takes.
All right.
When you start flying around and having the power of thunder, then by all means I will step aside. But you don't. I do. Therefore, whatever it takes.
Well, I hope you can make the battle and you're not off trying to design a new special weapon for yourself while everybody else is fighting.
Yeah, me too. I would like to be very much involved as opposed to being on some sort of... Although, granted, it was very hilarious and provided a lot of comic relief. Yes, I would.
That's subjective, but okay. I'm sure you were having fun.
Yeah, we were having fun.
Okay. Sometimes it's like a little less jokes, a little more saving the universe, guys.
Oh, well,
a little less quipping.
We'll definitely get there. It might take, over 3 hours or so, but we'll definitely get there.
Well, look what happened to the Lakers this year. It's like LeBron James is the greatest ever, but then all of a sudden he's Mr. Hollywood, and the Lakers don't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? So a little less joking.
You had to bring that up.
A little less joking.
Die-hard Laker fan. I don't want to talk about that. They got Kurt Rambis sitting in the job interview saying that got some serious issues about the nepotism in that organization.
I feel like that's another thing in interviews. You talk more about the problems with the Lakers than the problems with the Avengers.
Well, it's like, what are they trying to put around LeBron? He needs to have shooters. He doesn't need, old-timey, grizzled veterans.
Well, that was his fault. He wanted all these so-called guys that try hard, like crazy Lance Stevenson.
Oh, I know. Look, believe me, I'm surrounded myself around some crazy old veterans who try hard when I just need someone to hit an open shot.
I get it. Okay, Thor, I should let you get back to saving the universe, but right. I appreciate you talking to me.
Anytime, but not really, though.
All right, whatever it takes.
Whatever. I like you.
I was serious, but okay, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Goodbye.